Caught my wife cheating after 17 years, focused on myself while she struggled. So, picture this, I caught my wife stepping out on me after 17 long years together. Yeah, 17 years of marriage, and bam, I find out she's been sneaking around. It hit me like a freight train, but instead of wallowing, I turned my focus inward, working on myself while she's out there scrambling to keep her head above water. I'm tore up about it, absolutely gutted, and I don't even know where to begin unpacking this mess. It's a long tale, no doubt, and the only reason I'm spilling it here is because it's been eating me alive all day. I ain't had nobody to talk to, so I'm begging you to go easy on me as I let it out. Here's the deal, I've been hitched to this woman for 16.5 years, 21 years total if you count the dating days. We've had our good times and our rough patches, like any couple, I reckon. When I first laid eyes on her, she was the sweetest, most big-hearted gal I'd ever met. 2 minutes into meeting her, I flat out told her, "You're gonna be my wife someday." Bold move, right? Well, it worked. We ended up with 2 kids, and those little rascals are my whole dang world. Everything was rolling along fine until after our second kid came along. That's when she started pulling away, acting all gloomy and off. I figured maybe she was wrestling with some depression or something, but she wouldn't hear nothing about getting help. She kept pushing for us to see a counselor together, but back then, we were in the thick of that recession mess. I was juggling 4 jobs plus a little side gig just to keep the lights on and food on the table. Another $50 a week for counseling? Ain't no way I could swing that, especially when she wouldn't even open up to me. I'd ask her, "What's eating you?" and she'd just shrug and say, "I don't know." Some weeks, she'd be her old self, all sunshine and smiles, other weeks, she'd turn cold, snapping at me like I'd done something awful. Once we got back on solid ground financially, I practically got on my knees begging her to go to counseling with me. She finally caved and said, "All right," but I could tell her heart wasn't in it. We saw this lady counselor, and I think my wife was hoping she'd point the finger at me, say I was the problem and needed to shape up. Didn't happen. That counselor looked her square in the eye and said, "I can't do nothing with I don't know." Same thing I'd been telling her for years. So, my wife pipes up and says she needs me to pitch in more around the house. Fair enough. This was back in 2015, and from then on, I was a machine working 3 jobs, vacuuming the floors, unloading the dishwasher every day, scrubbing the sink, folding laundry, hauling out the trash, you name it. For a while, things smoothed out. Then, out of nowhere, she started getting nasty again. This time, she turned her sharp tongue on our daughter, picking at her over every little thing. That's when I'd had enough. I pulled her aside one day and laid it out plain, "I ain't ever gonna leave you. I'll keep fighting to fix us for as long as it takes. But our girl? She's too much like me, and I see you taking out whatever's eating you on her. I can't stand by for that. If you want out, just say it, and we'll call it quits." Next day, she says she wants to make it work, and for a couple years, we were golden. She even went to a doctor, got some pills for her mood, though she insisted on the tiniest dose possible. Then 2020 rolls around, and it's like someone flipped a switch. She's back to being mean as a snake, treating me like dirt. Every time she opened her mouth, I could hear the hate dripping off her words, and the way she'd look at me like I was something she stepped in, it cut deep. Now, don't get me wrong, our bedroom life was always solid. We both loved that part of our marriage, but when she'd get in one of her moods, she'd shut me out completely. Me? I never strayed, not once. I'm a bartender, so trust me, I've had plenty of chances girls throwing themselves at me left and right. My sister even thought I must have been fooling around since my wife was holding out so long. I told her straight, nope, I'd never do that. Fast forward to last month. We're at a wedding, staying in a hotel, and I'm thinking maybe we can have some fun, you know? She looks me dead in the eye and says, "I don't want you no more. We should split up." We agree to it but decide to hold off telling the kids till after the holidays. She's out cold 10 minutes later, and I'm lying there, tears running down my face for 3 hours straight. I thought that was the worst pain I'd ever feel. Boy, was I wrong. A week back, she's supposed to be at a softball team party for our daughter. Midnight hits, and she ain't home. I checked this Life 360 app we got, and she's parked at an Applebee's. Odd, right? I figure maybe she's grabbing a drink with a pal. But here's the kicker, she's there till 1 a.m. And that place shuts down at midnight. I ask her where she was, and she mumbles something about a bar with folks from the party, never mentions Applebee's. 2 days later, she says her boss made her lock her phone with a password for work emails. That's when my gut started screaming something's up. Today, her mom calls me, asks if I can help her old man move a rug. I head over, get it done, and while I'm standing outside with him, I peek at that app again. My wife's left work. Now, she's got this habit of yapping on the phone while she drives, so I call her. She's short with me, says she's gotta go cause she's talking to her mom, who's literally right there in front of me. Red flag waving high. I head home, and when she walks in, I casually ask, "How's your mom doing?" She says she hasn't seen her, so I say, "Funny, I just saw her at her place when I called you." Her face goes white as a sheet. She stumbles over some lame excuses before finally fessing up she's been seeing some guy for months. This is before we even agreed to split. I'm floored. 10 minutes later, she's acting like it's no big deal. I can't tell if she's playing it cool for the kids or just don't give a damn about breaking my heart. I'm betting on the second one. We've been keeping this divorce hush-hush so the kids don't catch wind, and tonight we had to drag ourselves to this Christmas village thing. I'm a wreck, and the kids can tell something's off, but they just think I'm grumpy. My boy even says, "Dad, you sound hurt." I don't know what to do. Divorce was already stressing me out. I've dropped 20 pounds this month without even trying. I've spent 15 years paying off this house, clearing 10 grand in credit card debt, 155 grand in student loans, and a 45 grand car. Now I owe her 40 grand for her share of the house. It's gonna sting, but I can handle it. I was just starting to wrap my head around splitting up, and then this cheating bomb drops. In 1 month, she shattered me more than I thought possible. I don't even know who she is anymore. My daughter's gonna be crushed when we break the news, and I'm torn. Do I tell her about the affair? I don't want her hating her mom, but I'm lost, stressed out of my mind, and my heart's in pieces. I look at my wife, and she's cool as a cucumber, like none of this phases her. Thanks for hearing me out, y'all. I don't know if I'm rambling too much, but getting this off my chest feels good, even if I'm bawling while I type it. Alright, here's the first update, 3 months since that awful day, which I'm calling D-Day. It's been a heck of a ride, and this is gonna be long, so bear with me. After I posted that first bit, I got some solid advice from folks, and you can check my history if you want the full scoop. I went with my gut on how to move forward, and it's working out decent so far. Ain't finished yet. 3 months ain't enough to wrap up a mess like this. A week after I spilled my guts, I caught the guy's name off a Facebook message she was typing on her computer. Turns out that's how they've been talking, probably cause he's hitched too, got 3 kids, a doctor, and loaded. That stung bad for a guy like me, busting my tail at 3 jobs to get by. Come Christmas, I find out she's blabbed to her whole family about the divorce, plus my sister and some cousins' wives. Me? I hadn't told a soul, scared it'd leak to the kids before the holidays were done. Her mom was ticked, said she's throwing away the best thing she ever had. My sister and her best friend agreed, but she didn't care one bit. Naturally, she skipped the part about her sneaking around. I couldn't hash it out with her mom at Christmas, she was already tearing up, and I didn't want the kids catching on, so I set up a chat for a few days later. The next day, me and the wife sit down. I tell her flat out, "You gotta stop seeing this guy till we're done. It's disrespectful. If he's your buddy, you don't treat him like this." She nods, says okay. Then we figure out the split. I think I came out alright, no alimony, no child support, 50-50 custody. We both cover the kids' clothes, split everything else down the middle. I keep the house, but I gotta cough up 43 grand for her share. She walks away with about 40 grand, an 800 credit score, and no debt thanks to me paying off her 110 grand debt to her dad. When I finally talked to her mom, turns out my wife spilled the beans to her after hearing we were gonna chat. She'd lied at first, denied the cheating, then came clean. Her mom was spitting mad, tore into her, then sobbed to me, worried I'd cut her out. I promised her I wouldn't. Jump to mid-January. I'm down 40 pounds now, hitting the gym daily to blow off steam. Time comes to tell the kids. I tell my wife, I ain't lying to them, but I won't throw you under the bus either. If they ask, dodge it. She says she's on the same page. Problem is, my daughter's sharp as a tack, 14 going on 40, a mini-me. She sniffs out bull a mile away. Sure enough, we sit them down, and before we say a word, she asks, "Are y'all getting divorced?" My wife says yeah, and the kids lose it, crying their eyes out. I see them hurting, and I start bawling too. Then my wife messes up big time. She says, "We both want this," and my daughter unloads. She yells, "No way. Dad don't want this. You do. Look at him crying, he ain't never cried in front of me. This is all you." Then she point blank asks, "Are you cheating on him?" My wife tries to sidestep, but my girl ain't having it. She screams, "Tell me the truth," over and over till my wife cracks and admits it. My daughter's like a detective, piecing together every shady thing she's noticed, making her mom own up to it all. In 3 minutes, she gets more out of her than I did in a month. Later, I talk to the kids alone. My boy's 12, just needs to hear it'll be okay, that life won't change much. I can tell he's dreading the end of this limbo, though. My daughter says she's crying for me, not her mom, 'cause she knows how bad I'm hurting. I hug her, calm her down, and then she hits me with this, "Promise me something, Dad. You never break promises to us. If Mom loses her new place someday and needs somewhere to crash, let her stay here." With all this chaos, she's still looking out for her mom. I can't say no. She makes her mom promise to ditch the guy. 2 weeks later, that promise is toast. My wife's back to sneaking around, meeting him for quick 30-minute hookups at places like Target. I catch her again, we fight, she swears she'll stop again, but she's still chatting him up. Says she's got feelings for him now. My daughter'll figure it out soon enough, she's too smart. I ain't gotta tell her yet. Right now, I'm refinancing the house, and she's hunting for her own place. Her rich aunt's co-signing, so she'll land something soon, I hope. Here's a curveball. I know everything about this guy, proof and all, but I ain't telling his wife. Call me selfish, but hear me out. If I snitch, he gets divorced, and my wife waltzes into a cushy life with a rich doctor, fancy dates, trips, bills paid, while I'm over here scraping by. I want to hurt him, sure, but I want to stick it to her more. When she's out, the sneaking stops, but not really. They can't date proper, she'll see she's just his side chick. He'll bounce after he's done, no cash for her 'cause his wife might notice, and with her catching feelings, she'll wait to see if he leaves his family. I bet he won't. If he does, he's gotta grow a pair and do it himself, I ain't paving the way. Her aunt pulled that move once, snagged a married guy, wife left, and she went from broke to loaded. Might happen here, but I ain't helping. Thanks for listening, y'all. This place has been a lifeline, and I know some won't like my choices, but every mess is different, right? Now, 16 months since I found out, here's where I'm at. Divorce went final last August. I told my kids I'd keep their lives steady, and I have. She was crashing here while house hunting, got outbid 16 times. I found a place around the corner she loved, talked to the owner, and he gave it to her, no bidding war. She'd never have scored it without me, and now my kids are 30 seconds away, makes me feel good. Divorce deal's sweet, no alimony, no child support, 50-50 custody. I kept the house, paid her equity, refinanced before rates shot up. After, I redid the place, new furniture, switched stuff around, hung new pictures, kept my head up, focused on the kids, hit the gym, worked hard. It's been good. I've stayed civil with her, which keeps the kids calm. She even came to Thanksgiving and Christmas Eve at my sister's. Folks think I'm nuts, but I dropped the grudge for the kids' sake, and it paid off. I'm doing great money-wise, she's struggling, I think she's always been lousy with cash. We split kid costs beyond food and clothes, but I cover more 'cause it's for them. Last December, I met this amazing gal, beautiful, kind, divorced with 2 kids. She's an hour away, so we only catch up a few times a month with custody schedules, but she lights me up. No clue what my ex is up to dating-wise, don't care. Heard she got beat up by some girls 3 weeks after moving out, dating some dude. Gave me a chuckle, I'll admit. The guy she cheated with? Mutual friends know. One couple ran into him with his family, started chatting loud about me finding out she cheated, saying I know who he is but ain't acted yet. Threw in some, if he goes after him, they won't find the body for 50 years, laughing while he squirmed. Bet she never told him I know, so that was a fun shock. I'll cross paths with him someday, but I ain't hunting him down. So, 16 months post D-Day, I've got a great gal, tight with my kids, solid job, in killer shape, and money's good. Couldn't ask for better. If you're in the thick of it, here's my 2 cents, keep your chin up. Don't let the bitterness win. If cash is tight, hash out a deal with your ex, skip the lawyers, saves you some dough. Got kids? Play nice with your ex for their sake, not hers. Hit the gym, it's a stress killer and boosts your headspace. Every mess is unique, so find your road. When they're gone, don't cling to hope. Trust's dead, so move on, find someone worth your time. Shy. Try Bumble, it works. This ain't the revenge tale some crave, but it's gold for me and my kids, and that's what counts. I'm happier than I was back at that first post, and that's the win. Thanks for the support, it pulled me through. Now, on to story 2. Caught my gal messing around on her phone at a buddy's wedding, so I called her out, and she's falling apart. My wife, 32, been my rock, especially with my DJ gig, is how we kicked things off back in 2011. Met her at a school event where I was spinning tunes, just starting out. We hit it off fast, same interests, same music taste, loved the same bands. Started as pals, but it didn't take long to see there was more. By 2013, I popped the question, and we took a trip to celebrate, belting out Third Eye Blind's whole catalog. Got hitched that year, and we made it a thing to catch that band live whenever we could. 9 shows in 9 years of marriage. Good times, great memories. Last night was supposed to be number 10 to 10 years married, anniversary coming up in November. I had it all planned, concert, nice hotel, romantic night, plus a gold necklace I had custom made with her name and favorite lyrics. Saved my whole paycheck for a year, she'd love it. Friday rolls around, concert day, our big 10-year bash. I get home from work, she's dolled up, looking fine. I'm pumped to hand over the necklace and tickets, reach into my work bag, but then I see her phone buzzing on the table. Curiosity gets me, so I peek. Text from some random number, how was today? I miss you so much. When can I see you again? My heart sinks like a rock. I scroll their chat, and it's worse every line, disgust builds up. How could she? Then I see her asking about condoms, him sending a pic of a pack in his car, saying, already? Did they even use M? Don't matter now. I couldn't stay there. Grabbed my bag, tickets and necklace inside, and bolted to the car, headed for the concert. Spent big on VIP seats, so I wasn't wasting M. 15 minutes in, she calls, all surprised and ticked, asking where I'm at. I snap, heading to the show since you had your fun this afternoon. Silence. I hang up, too mad to talk. I'm numb, reeling from what I found. She calls back, crying, saying they're just friends, nothing happened. I ain't buying it. I unload how I busted my hump for that gift, how she's never respected me like I loved her. She goes quiet, then fake cries, asking what I got her, trying to guilt me. I'm done with her games, tell her to leave me be, go be with whoever. She wants to talk like adults, says I should come home. Like I'm the kid for walking out? I see her plan, play innocent, flip it on me, maybe seduce me. Makes me sick thinking about it. Get to the concert, hand the guy my ticket. He says, there's 2. I'm zoned out, mumble, yeah, 2, and stumble in. Show's a blast, singing, dancing with some cool folks in my row. Lyrics hit different, though, with all this crap swirling. Music drowns it out, just what I needed. After, I skip the bar, can't handle small talk, and crash at the hotel alone. Wake up to 30 emails from her, guilt, shame, even anger at me for snooping. She found out about the gift, rifling my emails, begs me to talk, save our anniversary. That night was unforgettable. Alright, showed me who she really is after 12 years. Worst part? She sent me every card I wrote her, anniversaries, birthdays, Christmases, full of love I poured out. She used to write me back, but stopped years ago. Thought it'd soften me up, make me run back. Nope. Showed me she never loved me like that. Broke my heart, but opened my eyes. Now I gotta figure out what's next for us.